Hello, hello, hello. Everyone here, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Today is going to be a bit of an interesting stream. I was wondering what to stream this week, and then as the week came to a close, well, this is what I just happened to be working on, is rigging this character. And at first I was like, well, I don't know if rigging would be something that is good to stream, but hey, let's give it a shot. Let me pick out some nice music, something that won't trigger the system. Let's see here. How about some Hat in Time music? Let's do it. Hey there, guys. Hey there. Just trying to find some good music. Let's just do this playlist for now. Same one as last week, but alright, let me know if you guys can hear the music. Oh yeah, I've just started. Oh hey, Wheat is here. Welcome, welcome, Wheat the Wonder Bread, one of our moderators. Artful is working pretty good. Artful, for those who don't know, is like a new art sharing app, kind of like DeviantArt, except kind of like a new version. And it's been working pretty good, but there's been some like slowness, of course, because it's a brand new app. So, okay, so let me show you guys what she looks like without the rig stuff. So this is Heather. She is one of the workers at the Space Animal Rescue Center in the game's demo. As you can see, she's got these big butterfly wings, which I'm going to rig so that they like fold down behind her. So I painted all this stuff like yesterday and today. I painted in her knitted shirt, and then this is what she looks like without her glasses. Well, the glasses are gonna have like a see-through lenses. They're gonna have transparency, but I haven't implemented the transparency yet. But anyway, so here she is. She's got her little earrings. She's got her hair brushed out. She's got this hat, beret hat. And her denim skirts, leg warmers, all that good stuff. So I painted all this yesterday, and I painted the wings today. So now we just need to rig her. And rigging means we gotta put all these bones on her. On all these bones, we put them basically wherever she needs to move. So like the spine has bones in it where the spine will flex and move, and the leg has bones joints here where it bends at the knee and it bends here. So right now I'm working on the fingers. I got these two fingers with bones in them, but now I need to add the bones to these other fingers too. So a lot of this is like kind of technical. So hopefully it's at least a little bit entertaining to watch, a little bit fun. Boneless. But of course, if we want to add some little fun to the stream, any questions you guys can think of, if you want to ask, Sounds good. Oh, and if you want to support the stream, I do recommend, while I do appreciate super chats, I also do recommend clicking the link in the description, because that way YouTube doesn't take a lot of the money. Because super chats are, I highly appreciate them, but they also, YouTube takes a big cut out of super chats. So if you instead use the link in the description for supporting the stream, it'll still do the alerts and everything on the stream, so I'll still see it, but I will also not have YouTube take as big of a cut of the donation. So if you guys are interested in donating to the stream at all to help support game development, again, I recommend not using super chats if you can help it, but instead to use the Streamlabs link. Anyway, but again, not to say that I don't appreciate super chats, because I definitely do. Alright, so you see I've got these bones here for the wings. I'm gonna go ahead and name these. I'm gonna name this one Top Wing 1. I'll name this one Top Wing 2. Top Wing 3. Top Wing 4. Top Wing 1. I have to name all these joints to make sure that I can easily search them up if I need to. Bone Wing 2. I mean Bot Wing 2. Bot Wing 3. Bot Wing 4. And then this bone here will be to move the glasses. This one will be to move the hat, etc., etc. The game will be PC, but we would hope to get it to consoles, of course, but who knows. Savannah asks, what inspired you to make the game? Well, pretty much just wanting to make a game. Like, I wanted to make a platformer in particular because I feel like story-based platformers, there's not enough of them out there. That's a market that is lacking, I think. Because the only, like, I can't really think of a lot of story-based platformers besides something like Psychonauts, because Psychonauts is almost like a mix of an adventure game with a platformer. So there was like a few dialogue options and it was more heavily character focused. I mean, 3D platformers of course don't need to have like complicated stories as stuff like Mario Odyssey and Mario 64 prove, but I just think there's a missing potential there for more 3D platformers with involved stories and storytelling. So I want there to be a big focus on the gameplay as well as the storytelling. There, I flipped them. Now they're on both sides. I played too much Psychonauts, apparently. Alright, let's get these fingers. Duplicate. Duplicate the fingers. The Pachinko game is like a thing that comes with Streamlabs. So it's part of the Streamlabs package. Because I use Streamlabs to stream. It's like one of their alert boxes, basically. Fingers are annoying because they're curved in such a way that you have to keep looking at them from all these different angles to make sure that you put the joints in the right place. And then I'm gonna have to name all of these freaking joints too. But that's always one of the less fun parts, is having to name everything. But it's all worth it in the end. You gotta make this stuff. All the bones in the fingers. I'll probably come back to the fingers as well to readjust them. Alright, the pinky left. And of course, after I'm done with the arm bones, I can just copy paste it down for the second arms. And then, gosh. I don't know how many bones I'm gonna put in the face. With Mariposa, I put a whole bunch of bones in the face, but for her, I think most of her expressions are gonna be done with shape keys instead, but I'll probably still have bones around her mouth and jaw. But then all the stuff with her eyebrows and her eyes, I'll probably have as shape keys. And I need to put like 2 bones in her ears. But yeah, she's gonna be one of the NPCs in the rescue center, and she will give out a quest to you. There's a little collection quest she'll give you where you have to find the hidden animals. And she also has some drama with one of the other NPCs in the rescue center. So you'll have to find out about that when the demo comes out. Based on a tiger butterfly. I believe this butterfly is actually, it's based on a type of swallowtail, I believe. I know I had the name of it at one point, swallowtail butterfly. But which swallowtail? There's a couple. I guess it's just the generic swallowtail butterfly. When I look up swallowtail butterfly, that's the one I based it off of. Yeah. Swallowtail. That's my answer. I did alter the wings a bit, of course, because I felt like I needed to make them a little more solid in color. I don't know, even then I feel like her wings might be have too much of a pattern on them, because it might take away from the rest of her body design, you know? Like, I might have to go in and simplify the wing designs a bit more so that they don't clash with the rest of her body or make her look too visually busy. That's something I'm worried about for sure. Things might help once her wings are like nice and folded down when she's in her idle animation, but even then that's something I'm definitely concerned about, is her wings being too overwhelming of a design part. I need them to be about this size, but the designs I might mess with. Thankfully, texturing is pretty easy to mess around with and change. The model itself, not as much. You're right, that is kind of the point of butterfly wings. I'll have to get some opinions on it to see if people think her wings are a bit too much. And again, they'll look a bit different once they're folded down. So Green Machine asks, does Mariposa's Flutterkin heritage come from her mom or her dad? It's her mom. Oh yes, Electro Kraken is right. That is her mother. I have pictures of her mom and her dad, but they're not finished yet. I want to show their designs so badly, but alas, I cannot show it yet. Hold on. Is the spine not lined up properly? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Wait. No, it was not lined up properly. Wait, was it? Hold on. Whoa! Here we go. That's where it was not lined up right. That could have been a disaster. We will see male Flutterkins. Actually, yeah. One of the NPCs in the rescue center will be a male Flutterkin, and his name is Bradley. Alejandro asks, how do you learn all of this? It looks complicated. Oh, let's see. Well, let's see. How do I learn this? Well, first off, I was in school to learn this stuff, so that's not gonna lie, that's a big part of it. I was in school and learned a lot of this at the start, but a lot of it was also self-taught, like looking at Blender tutorials. Wait, I want to do select cursor to select it. There we go. And then selection to cursor. Cursor to production. There we go. Now this is her hip bone. Bradley. And this kind of goes up at where the top of the hip is. We're gonna symmetrize this. Symmetrize. There we go. Oh wait, I did not. Hip. Oh, my caps lock is on. Whoops. Hip. L. No. What the heck? Hip. There we go. Hip dot L. This is hip dot R. Hip right. Ah yes, Blender Guru. Definitely give that a look. Now we need to make her clavicle bones. Yes, a symmetry tool. It's very much needed. Also have these bones here for her hair pieces on the side. Did I label these? No, I did not. Alright, so let's see. Hair strand left. Wait, hair strand 1 left. Hair strand 2 left. Hair strand 3 left. Yeah, Bradley is not Heather's husband, but they do have history together. However, the husband and wife in the main characters that are husband and wife are Kitty Rue and Zendello. They are husband and wife, which you might have gotten that confused. Maybe that's what we're thinking. Now let's take this and flip it to the other side. Armature, symmetrize. This probably looks like a mess. See, now I need to see, put selector cursor to selected to cursor. See, these are her neck bones right here. And she's got her head bone right here. This is where her head's going to rotate from. I'm curious, does your new persona have a dragon form or is she just a hybrid? Ah, she has a dragon form, I'd say. The reason she looks like a hybrid is because, I mean, she's basically Aelwyn, but also not at the same time. She's like Aelwyn, but me, I guess. So I'd say that she has more of a human and dragonish form, but unlike Aelwyn, she mostly stays in this hybrid form. Ooh, and good question about how much voice acting will be in Mariposa. Will it have full voice acting or regulated to cutscenes? I'm hoping for full voice acting, personally. There probably won't be that much dialogue in the demo for there to be like issues with it having full voice acting. So yeah, I'm expecting full voice acting for the demo, at least, and really hoping to get some cool stuff with that. Alright, this is going to be her jawbone. Put this right around here. And I will label it jaw. This will be for her teeth. I am going to voice Mariposa and Kitty Rue. As for the other characters, I would like to have other people on to voice them. And I do not know who will be involved yet. Oh, wait, I just noticed. Her teeth are off. They are not supposed to be this high. Let me fix that real quick. What? Why can't I select her? What? There we go. It's because I sculpted part of her. And now I need to fix this. Oh wait, I have to go to this. There we go. her teeth and tongue are too far up. They need to be down more. Because I sculpted her face around. Because originally this model was Mariposa's model. So I took Mariposa's model and basically sculpted it around and changed it to become Heather's model. There we go, that should work. Let me go back to my skeleton and put this here. This will be the top teeth. Now we'll duplicate this, and it will be bottom teeth. Alright, and now we need some joints for our tongue, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some joints for our tongue. Thankfully, teeth and tongue aren't very hard to rig because they're separate objects from the rest of the body, so it's easy to paint weight them. Mathia asks, how long did it take to create your first model? As you got better, how long does it take now? Oh gosh, it felt like it took forever on my first model because I was, just learning. The first thing like I really complete modeled was a fish. I modeled a fish in my 3D modeling class, and then I modeled like a dolphin, and then one of our assignments was modeling a gun, so I modeled McCree's gun from Overwatch. That was back when I played Overwatch. And then my first character model was part of my character modeling class in my school. And it was like a superhero character. I don't know if he was a real superhero or not, but because we were given a reference sheet that had like all of his sides, like a turnaround of him. And so we used the turnaround as reference as we modeled him. And my teacher just like gave us step-by-step on how to box model characters. And from there, my first original character I modeled was Chris from Spectral Lakes. And then from there, I did a very old, very bad Mariposa model. And then, gosh, yeah, it feels like it's been a long time, and yet it hasn't at the same time. It's crazy. Aha, good one. So right now I'm trying to get the eye joints aligned. I want to try to make sure it's around the center of the eye. as much as I can. So that'll be our left eye. Then we'll I want to symmetrize this IR. Green Machine asks, can Kitty Roo hear dog whistles? Oh, like those like whistles that only dogs can hear? Sure, yeah. It's as legit of a question as any. Legit. Let's see here. No, let's see. Oh, I need to make clavicle bones. All right. Clavicle bone. Electro Kraken asks, how did you arrive at this current style ever since you started redesigning the Mariposa characters? Well, it took quite a bit of experimentation, that's for sure. It took kind of, getting general feedback, and I did like a survey where I asked people what they thought of certain style that I'd been working on. And after I got a lot of that feedback, I went and experimented and did like style experimenting. Would it be a cursed thing to ask to see any of your characters dabbing? Maybe that'll be a special secret taunt. Oh, maybe not taunt, just like little emotion things. Gosh, what are they called? Dances, Fortnite. I don't know. I'm too tired. What the heck? I can barely put two thoughts together. If I'm tired, blame Legion. Why Legion? Let's see. What joint do I need next? I've got the jawbone, top teeth, bottom teeth. Oh, that's right, I need the ear joints. Let me label the tongue stuff first. Tongue 1, tongue 2, tongue 3. It'd be really cool to hear City Pop in the last level in the game, especially since it's based on the 80s. I mean, heck yeah, you're right. City Pop definitely is an inspiration from Marposa, that's for sure. So cool. What should I use for the ears? There we go. This should work. Wait, what? That's not what I want. So I want her ears to move, so. Well, you'd be right, because Alex does have a something like ADHD. I don't know if I'd give him like a definitive diagnosis or anything like that. But he has trouble paying attention sometimes. And specifically, he gets like hyper focused on finishing things that he likes or things that he's interested in. I don't know if I should put the bones here. Ear 1 left. Oh, wait, no. Ear 1 left. Stop it. I want L. Okay. Ear 1 left. Ear 2 right. No, not right. Ear 2 left. I'm dying. Yeah, Sophia, like I said, Alex does have something similar to ADHD. He's spacey because he's from space. Whoa. You're right. He is spacey. Yeah, you could say he spaces out. I understand. I also space out. I mean, that's a little... I'm not, like, diagnosed with ADHD. I don't know. But he's definitely based on some experiences I've had where I can't focus on anything besides what I'm doing. Like, I have absolutely no motivation to work on or focus on anything besides like my art, like a specific art piece I'm working on, or like I can't get invested in anything but what I'm working on, and I have to finish it. But I'm not gonna self-diagnose myself because I don't think that's a good idea. Could be that that's just completely normal. Fingers, fingers, fingers. Yeah, green. That makes sense. Interesting. Random question, how tall is everyone in the game? I do not have definitive answers for that, I'm afraid. I believe, because I had to like measure out Mariposa's model. I think she's like 5'4". Mariposa's 5'4". And then Alex is like a head taller than her, so I don't know, he's like 6 foot, a little more than 6 foot. I'll have to measure him out. And taller than hers. Shut up, wait, shut up. Honeydrop, I do play D&D, yes. I have 2 different characters for 2 different, what are they called? 2 different, I don't know, whatever. One of them is a tiefling shepherd girl named Noxai, and she is kind of crazy, and she's a druid character, and she owns a lot of sheep. She has a lot of sheep, and she's raising the sheep as a dragon sheep army. They're like sheep that have little fangs and horns and stuff. She's raising an army of sheep. And she has like a little cottage in the grasslands, and in that little cottage she has like a whole bunch of knitted things that she's knitted and sewn, because she loves knitting and she loves sewing. And she's got a lot of sheep-based things in her home. And then I have another character for the Icewind Dale session, who is a Titan cleric character, and she's kind of shy and nerdy a bit, and she's very religious, and she's a little bit too much of a goody two-shoes at times. So her interactions with some of the other characters who are a little more rowdy is fun to do. And she does not believe in like disturbing the dead at all, or grave sites. So when everyone starts like raiding the grave sites, she's a bit disturbed by that when they do that. Noxai is definitely the funnest to roleplay though, because she's just kind of insane. Do you think you will add a 90s based level like as a DLC or a Kickstarter stretch goal? I've been thinking about that, yeah. Or even maybe a 60s themed one, because the 60s themed area is technically the moon of Floodica. So like the planet Floodica is 70s, but then one of the moons of Floodica is where moth people live instead of butterfly people, and that is the 60s theme area. My cat is sitting next to my laptop listening to. Aw, that's cute. Hello, kitty cat. I'm just naming these finger joints. Aren't moths and butterflies the same animal though? I mean, kind of, yes. But that's why they're technically like a very similar species to one another. Like, that's why they live on the moon instead of like a different planet altogether, because they're technically like offshoots of the same species in the game. And yeah, the 60s and 70s blend a lot together. That's one of the reasons I decided to have the 60s just be a moon of the 70s planet, because 60s and 70s, yeah, they share a lot of aesthetics and social changes. So there's no Vietnam in Mariposa. That was like the biggest deal of the 70s. What made me go with the decade theme? Pretty much because I like retrofuturism a lot. Retrofuturism aesthetic is really fun and really cool, and I wanted to make I think a lot of it had to do with when I came up with Kitty Rue. It was because I was listening to like Electro Swing and imagining her as a character like forming in my head. And eventually, and I was like, well, how do I make this character fit with retrofuturism? No, it wasn't that. It was like, when I was thinking of Kitty, I was like, how do I make Electro Swing work in a specific universe? Because it can't be like straight up 20s universe, because Electro Swing has modern elements to it as a musical genre. So instead I was like, well, what if I merged Kitty Rue with Mariposa's universe, which I had already been like starting to work on at the time. I was like, Kitty Roo could be a character in Mariposa. So that way, as a sci-fi, it makes sense to have these electro elements to the swing music. So I kind of merged Kitty Roo with Mariposa concepts, and so had this idea to like, what if all the different planets were based on different decades? Because that could make it really fun to do different level designs. And that's how kind of the idea came into form, because of electro swing. Music gives me a lot of my inspiration, as I'm sure it does for many people. Alright, those should all be named now. I'm not sure if this was asked, but what inspired you to create the Dragon Queen series? I have a video on that, actually. It's a bit too much to explain at the moment. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Electro, it's right. A lot of League of Legends music was heavily inspiring for it as well. So if you go ahead and look on my channel for that video, like how did I come up with Dragon Queen, I think is what it's called. That's a whole video talking about how the idea came to be. I wonder what humanity must have been thinking when they found planets mimicking their trends. Historic trends. Yeah. That's something that I definitely think would be funny to talk about in game at some point, like historically when the planets ended up like making first contact with one another, if Earth was like, what? Why do they just look like 70s people? What? How did their cultures evolve to be so close to a specific decade of our history? And of course, it's wildly unrealistic, but that's part of what's fun about it. To these. Duplicate, slide down. Earth copied them. Hello, retro gamer Kevin. It'd be really cool to have a store in the game be a soda fountain. Yeah, that would be cute. That would definitely be on like the 50s planet. Who copied who? That's the real mystery. What if it was all because of the collective unconscious? The collective unconscious was the reason why they shared cultural trends. Well, my like pseudoscience silly explanation for why is because I say that like cultures in general on some of these different planets, including Earth, have like generally share a lot of the same cultural evolution and such. Something like that. It's a little bit Western centric because I'm basing a lot of this on ideas of Americana, decades of Americana aesthetics, but I want to have other cultural representation as well of different time periods, different decades. Could you maybe do the voices of the characters you play in the game? Not at the moment, but you will definitely hear it soon. I don't know if I'm in the best of moods right now to do voices, but you will definitely hear it soon. My personal favorite of the planets probably would be Kiriru's planet, because it's heavily based on nature and natural aesthetics, Art Nouveau mixed with 1920s. Love it. I love, and all of their cities are built on like trees and tree houses and very much of a very calming, nature-based aesthetic. Hello, Death Alchemist, welcome. Thank you, Sophia. I hope it's not too chill. I guess I'm just a little off, a little toe-tired tonight. I keep not finishing my thoughts very well. Thank you. Now let's get the bones for her antenna. And so many geometric shapes I don't understand. Yep. Sorry about that. That's the issue with rigging stream. I wonder if other people have done rigging streams. Probably. Getting nearer to the end. Let's see, are these fingers looking good? I parented that already. Okay, I'll parent this next. Parents. Now it's symmetrized. Yay, symmetry! Witcher 3 has a great soundtrack. That also inspired Dragon Queen. I might show you guys a little preview of how the rig will look when it's done. I don't know if I can. We'll see. This is such a tedious process. It's my least favorite part of making characters for sure, but I have to do it. Does the 50s planet power everything with nuclear energy and keep an eye out for commies? Nuclear energy? Yes, likely. Something similar to that for sure. Commies? Not quite. I don't think there's probably a communist revolution on that planet, but maybe there's some kind of conflict that happen on these different planets. Like, I probably said this before, but oh yeah, I did on like a comment, so I haven't really said it. And the planets of Mariposa are obviously like very based on some of the decades of U.S. history, but they're not like completely based like culturally and conflict-wise on the different decades of American culture, because that would be extremely controversial. Like there's some dirty stuff in world history, so it's gonna be a little more lighthearted, and there definitely will have been like wars and current wars and political like conflicts between different planets and countries on those planets, but it's not gonna be like one for one based on real history. There might be stuff similar to real history because of course history repeats itself, and everything that has been seen under the sun has been done before. Everything under the sun has been done before, but history is a good place to get inspiration, though, for sure. But yeah, there's not going to be like segregation stuff addressed in the 60s planet, you know? Like there might be tensions between two different species, but I'm not going to touch on like racial segregation stuff because that is very hard to address. It's a very serious topic. But, you know, sometimes it is good to address serious topics. It just depends on how you do it. And I don't think I'm gonna touch on communist revolution either. Maybe some kind of revolution, but not directly like the communist revolution. Because they're alien planets. Better red than dead. No! Better, to quote the robot in Fallout 3, communism must be eliminated. I forget the quotes of that stupid robot. Ah! Better dead than red. Yeah, better dead than red. That's why history repeats itself. History always repeats itself, yep. Which is a good thing and also definitely a bad thing, too. Humans live such relatively short lives compared to, like, the history of our planet that even when lessons are learned by one person, they're not always really put onto the next generation. It's like, as every human grows up, we have to continue to learn and relearn things that our ancestors already learned, which is why passing on your wisdom as an elder is such a good thing to do. Trying to instill wisdom into your children and the next generation. Does each planet have a particular color scheme? Somewhat, yes. Definitely for a few of them. But yeah, I'm trying to have like a general color scheme for each planet. Like Mariposa is blue. Mariposa's planet Fletica is blue, purple, and pink. But also oranges. And then Kitty Roo's planet is like blues, greens, and deep reddish browns. And then the 50s planet is like red, a lot of red, blue, white. Red, white, and blue, I guess. That's not quite what I was thinking, but red, white, and blue. Now that I think about it, yeah. And then the 40s planet, Noives, that one is particularly, it's black and white, basically, with only hints of color as, like, accent colors. Overall, I want Mariposa's universe to be, like, in general, a happy place that you would want to go to. I want to have a good amount of nice escapism. Kitty Roo's planet is like solar punk. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Kitty Roo's planet is somewhat solar punk because they're a lot more natural based and green energy type of planet. Yes, the 40s planet is noir. Yes, you got it. Totally. That is the idea. You got it, my friend. The influence of fashion on the game. Oh, fashion was a big influence on the game. I don't know how much I can like go into detail about it. Besides just saying that researching fashion and historical fashion is a big influence on especially the character designs. Like, especially for the dragon people that have their fashion, their wings turn into parts of their clothing. And one of the reasons the girls have those 50s flared skirts is because of the way their wings hang off of their hips. The animation in the movie Rise of the Guardians. I don't remember like particularly liking the writing or story of that movie very much, but the animation was really good. For sure. Alright, let's see. I named all of this stuff right. Let me check. Yeah, okay, it's all named correctly. In that case, let us symmetrize. There we are. So we've got the arms and the legs, and we got the wings. Almost all of our joints are done. The next joints I need to do are the lips. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here, because I am unexpectedly tired. Oh, but I will answer these last question. Do male dragons and female dragons have their wings in different spots? Male dragons have the wings in the upper back and female have them on the lower back. Yes, you've got it exactly correct. I think I have some concept art on my Twitter that shows this, actually. I have the what's it called? Sexual dimorphism of the species. Let me scroll down on my Twitter. I know it's here somewhere. But yes, there's the dragon species has a very visible sexual dimorphism. Alright, where is it? Come on. Alright, here we go. I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, good job. Yeah, the link in the chat, that leads to where I show the differences between the male and the female dragon folk. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and head off now. Thank you guys so much for joining. We had like 20 people watching. That's really cool. And we got some really great discussion and questions tonight. Very fun stream. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully I'll be able to stream every week. Maybe even twice a week or more. It depends on like what I'm working on and whether I think it would be fun to stream. I don't really know if rigging stream are that fun for me to do, so I might wait until I should be done rigging her tomorrow. So maybe later in the week, once I'm working on a different creature, I can stream the like sculpting a creature and getting the beginning of the process of creating